I looked directly at the black woman. I just, when they said guilty, I just did like, really?
As they come out, of course, either the jury or the judge are reading off the guilty verdict. For them to say guilty, what goes through your mind at this time?
I looked directly at the black woman. I just, when they said guilty, I just did like, really? And, just kind of shook my head, because I didn't know I could get this much time. My lawyer had told me the most I could get was like 12 years.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what were you looking at?
Yeah, 12. He said the most I would probably get is 12 years, but I got attempted murders and shit in my past, and so he said they may stretch you out to about 15. And so I'm thinking the most I can get is 15. I'm like, run this shit, because I ain't do it.
Yeah.
And 15 turned to 30.
Yeah. As they, because I think you said you had 33 30s to run consecutive. When they gave you that amount of time, like what goes, because mind you, I've talked to regular people who don't have much going on, maybe just doing petty crimes and, the federal charges, but again, your career is, you have deals on the table.
Man.
What goes through your mind as far as them throwing that number at you, as far as the rest of your life, your children, your wife? What hits you right there?
It don't hit you right there.
Okay, yeah, please.
Yeah, only thing hit me, I'm a fighter, so when they said the number, because he read it off, 360 for this charge, 360 for that charge, 360 for this charge. Boom, I'm like, that's 90 years.
Yeah, you're doing the calculation of these months in your head.
Hell yeah. For the first 360, I had to sit there for a minute and calculate there, like, 360 months, what the fuck? And so I hit my lawyer and I said, hey man, you told me whatever sentences they would run CC. That's my first order, if you're gonna fight a war, that's my first, what would you call it? Stage of the battle. Yeah. That's my first battle. And so he's like, Your Honor, those charges were to run concurrent, is that correct? So boom, that was my first fight. So it took about a month for that to happen, you know what I mean? And then it hadn't sunken in, if that's the right word, yes. Because I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna fight it. It's just gonna take me longer. That's kind of how we think. I wasn't accepting it at that point.
Do you feel it's real? Like, as it's happening, like, is this real? Somebody's going to come out and play a joke. Somebody's going to say, oh, we got something wrong. Do you feel like there's a mistake being made? Or do you feel like, okay, this is real. I got to start making some phone calls and start setting things up. At what point does that come in? Because, as you said, it doesn't happen right then, but does it take a couple of days, a week, a month before you start realizing, I actually got to sit this time out?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you when it started to kind of kick in prior to the sentencing is I had 2 bond hearings. So we were asking for up to $1 million, any kind of cash bond. And my lawyer was like, well, it may be $1 million cash bond. We were like, man, just give me the fucking bond. Get the bond, we're going to make it. Well, when they wouldn't give me a bond for no reason, basically, I was like, I may have to, this may be a little real. So like soon as they sentenced me, I'm talking about immediately after the guilty, before the judge, before they even get past the mic back to the judge, I'm in fight mode. I'm like, okay, I'm finna have to sit down, I need to call so-and-so, woo, and blah, blah. So I was already there, to answer your question.
Okay. So where do they first take you? While you're fighting this, where are you at while you're fighting this case?
Midland, Odessa. Okay, it was a little place called ODC.
ODC. This again, if anybody who knows, again, I know the nation watches this channel, but if you know Texas and Midland and this is middle of nowhere. How was that? Just while you're fighting your trial, how was that? I guess is that county or is that's the feds? They got you in a federal holding, or
yeah, it's a federal holdover, and that was horrible in itself because at one point they put me in, I was a high profile prisoner, so they put me in the immigration jail. I was the only person over there who spoke English.
Oh wow! How was that? I was,
just like you can imagine it was miserable.
you can't talk to no one. I mean, you're
Nobody. I told a guard, I said, man, just find me an English Bible. Nigga, that's all I could ask for. You know what I mean?
Right.
Man, find me an English Bible because, you know, I can't talk to them. I'm finna talk to God today.
Man.
You know?
Did he find your English Bible?
Yes, he did. He brought it right. Hey, the look in the guard's eyes, I wish I knew his name, was like, oh my God, we ain't never seen him do no shit like this. He knew, you know, because you got to think about it. See, prison is territorial.
Yes.
You dig? I'm the only black there. I'm the only black in this whole motherfreaker.
Yeah, right.
So that in their mind, they finna get it off on this nigga just came through here. You know, but it worked in my favor because they was watching the news.
Yeah.
You know, so even when they watching the news, they seeing me on trial. So one of the ones that did after the first encounter where, you know, I was finna fight two Mexicans over the TV because they got two TVs. Y'all got a whole nother TV in this mother. So y'all gonna let me watch something.
Yeah, there's no blacks. So
Ain't no nothing.
Yeah.
And I put this on everything I love. Man, I'm like, I want to die anyway, nigga. So, you know, I make one of you motherfuckers kill me in here behind this TV. And it was BT, 5 o'clock. You know, that shit used to come on at like 4, 5 o'clock. Man, I'm finna watch this. But it just so happened that they had seen me on the ticker of CNN. And so when me and the other Mexicans, we finna get it in about this TV because it happened the day before. And they come in today and they gonna sit there like they finna watch it. When I'm on the phone, I'm like, hey, champ, I'm watching that. And they were like, no, me. So I go unplug the bitch. And then they hop off the table, swear to God, they hop off the table and we square up. I'm like, come on, one of you bitches run up. And Buddy ran over there and he speak a little broken English. He's like, no, you know,
yeah.
We see you on TV. We know you got a lot of time. You know, I said, yeah, well, let me make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let nigga watch TV up. Let's BT up here.
Were you happy at least to get out of that spot? To go, you know,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get to prison.
Right.
Man, please send me to prison. Get me out of jail.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Now, I'm going to ask this question a few times as we speak on the spots, but do they know who you are as a rapper in Odessa?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, can I drink my tea?
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. We just
it ain't nothing but tea. I had brought it in.
Oh yeah. There you go. No, please. And you know, anytime, you know, have it on camera.
Cool.
As I ask it, you know, again, as you move around, and I guess you can speak on it now. Do people know who you are as you move from prison to prison? Do you let them know who you are? Does it matter that you're Twisted Black, or how did that follow you as far as the rapper versus Tommy Burns?
Man, great question. Every Texas prison I was in, they knew I was coming. Of course, they knew me, and then that's different. But when I was going out of state, so let's just say Texas automatically, they know my music and they knew kind of my street MO. So they knew I was solid. But when you go to other states, they don't know you like that. And even if they shut back then, we had all the magazines. So I was in every publication. So if they'd seen it or they missed it, they didn't care. You know what I mean? And I didn't care either. I wasn't going in and say, hey, I'm Twisted Black. You know what I mean? I'm a rapper from Texas. That wasn't important. You know, that ain't how you do your time.
Yeah, right. Those who did know you, and especially in Texas, is there a respect that comes with that in prison? Or like, you know, as far as having that status already, is there respect that automatically comes with that? Yeah,
it's a gift and a curse though, right?
Oh, speak on it.
Because let's just say the ones that knew me and knew of my street antics, there's a certain level of respect. But the ones that don't know me and just think I'm a rapper, well, you know, they respect the fact that, okay, here's a rapper. We bidding with some nigga that, you know, is supposed to be a rapper. But it goes both. The curse part is they don't know I'm a stomp down street nigga. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So you may have dudes that may try to press you, or dudes that, you know, it could go either way.
Thinking you're just a rapper.
You're just a rapper, you know, because that's what I would do. If I just ran up on a rapper, I'm low-key try to press him. Because I'm a street nigga. Yeah, I'm trying to get it up out of him. Right. But they don't know I'm nigga, man, please. I'm just street nigga know how to rap. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, you know, I done had it all.